2024 is shaping up to be a fantastic year for anime, but more specifically for sequels to already existing shows. So in addition to our video going over the new shows we are most hyped for in 2024, Johnny and I decided that would only be fair that I single out 10 shows I'm most excited to be returning to our screens this year. Now, in no particular order, we start off with Classroom of the Elite Season 3. When first released in 2017, Classroom of the Elite was seen as a fun show that utilized the psychological breakdown of society, in which a school dedicated to nurturing the future of said society would function as such within the given ranking systems of a school, full of tests to challenge the students' abilities to think on their own 2 feet, all the while separated by a class system that at times seemed unfair in its execution. I personally never even expected the show to get a second season, and now we're on its third encore from one of anime's more recent hidden gems. If they can continue to build on the societal sides of the show and a strong cast of characters, this could easily wind up being a lot of people's surprise pick of the year. Mashle second season. Harry Squatter is back at it again, trouncing on beloved magical tropes and eating his cream puffs, all while getting in a serious workout. What Mashle brought in its first outing was a strong sense of comedy-based action, all the while laying the foundation for its main cast of characters. Season 2 looks to ramp up the main plot of the show, with the introduction of a greater antagonistic force outside the magical school's walls. Now here's the hoping it still brings the well-timed and thought-out comedic chops along with it. Bottom tier character Tomozaki, second stage. Fun fact, if you look at our Baka To Basics head banner, you will see a bunch of characters from various anime, and one of those characters happens to be my best girl pick from 2021, Minami Nanami, from bottom tier character Tomozaki. I loved this show during its original season. From its complex characters shouldering issues they hide from the outside world, to openly discussing self-worth in a positive and constructive manner. This video has no true ranking to it, but if it did, this would be my SS tier top of the list pull for 2024. And yeah, I'm biased. Konosuba's Blessing on This Wonderful World 3. That's right, the man who died because a tractor going 5 miles an hour gave him a heart attack is back. Alongside him, his masochistic tank, shitty excuse for a goddess, and the best one-trick magician the world has ever seen. Season 1 was a revelation in what an isekai comedy could produce. Season 2 elevated the story and cast of characters, and the Megumin spin-off was a fun dive into the life of one of the show's most beloved characters. I'm personally hoping Season 3 leans into what made the show such a riot its first time around, but honestly, I'm just happy to have this lovable-ish group of train wrecks back on my screen together again. One Punch Man Season 3. Alright, confession time. Upon its release, I was not the biggest fan of One Punch Man Season 2. I let the change in studio and art direction influence my enjoyment of what was admittedly a step up in quality when it came to story and character progression. I let my infatuation with Season 1 cloud my enjoyment too much, but after some time away and rewatching the show with a better mindset, and admittedly knowing what to expect for this season, it's not a stretch to say in any other year, this would easily be the most anticipated show for most anime fans, and it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if that's your early pick for Anime of the Year. ReZero, Starting Life in Another World Season 3. Masochism alert, level 1000. A new season of ReZero is upon us. Grab your popcorn, your tissues, not in that way you perverts, and prepare for despair. If you've never seen ReZero before, lucky bastards, let me catch you up. You've been reborn in a brand new magical world with anime girls, swordsmen, magical beasts, and oh my god, you've been stabbed. Would you like to buy this apple? Never mind that. A thief stole your stuff. We need to chase her down, and oh god, you've been sliced up like a piece of meat. Would you like to buy this apple? Subaru Natsuki and his curse have been killed over and over and over again, like his life is some endless playthrough of an RPG on Bloodborne Hell Mode level difficulty, has been one of the anime world's most divisive shows over the past couple of years. Some people enjoy it for its unique approach to life in a different world and enjoy the dark tones that anything and everything here is dangerous and could end your life, while others view it as nothing more than a masochistic wet dream. I personally side with the former group of people and can't wait to see if the building resources Subaru has accumulated during Season 2 will finally lead to some progress and happiness in this world. But we all know that isn't going to happen. Either way, I think that this might be the best show to come out this year. Oshinoko Season 2. The Hype Train winner of 2023 is already back for more of Aqua's crusade to find out the person behind the death of his beloved mother, Ai. I, for one, can't wait for audiences to experience the much anticipated 2.5D stage play arc, one of the manga's best shining achievements of the early story. Now, there isn't much to say about the show that hasn't been gushed out by every fan, including myself, over the past several months. So just know that if you thought Season 1 was spectacular, then rejoice, because the story only goes up from this point forward. Tower of God Season 2. Season 1 was rather split down the anime and manhwa communities. Some loved its pacing and story building, while others didn't quite gel at times with the animation style. But we all did agree, we hated the ever-living shit out of Rachel, the one true villain in this world. What I'm excited for most out of Tower of God's second season, though, is to see how they handle the show's pacing and direction. Because if you didn't know, Season 1 covered the original work's first 78 chapters spanning the entirety of Volume 1. The second volume, while broken into many more separate parts, contains a whopping 337 chapters of content to be covered. This volume will likely be broken into 3 or possibly even more separate parts down the road, but that's only assuming if Season 2 is a hit with the fan base. But I will be very intrigued to see exactly how they divide up this behemoth of a story. Sword Art Alternative Gun Gale Online 2. In the past, we have covered SAO on this channel, and I had, shall we say, mixed reviews on the series as a whole. But one of the show's biggest bright spots for me was its spin-off SAO alternative Gun Gale Online. I liked peeking in on the world from a different perspective, as we got a look into the anime equivalent of the movie Tall Girl, full of thrilling shootouts and diverse battle tactics away from Kirito and his group of death game survivors. I knew next to nothing about the original, and I know next to nothing about the sequel season. And I really liked that because it ended up working out for me with Season 1. So here's to hoping that they can deliver another banger season. Skate the Infinity Season 2. Illegal skateboard races are back, and I have no idea how they will continue from Season 1. Much like Gun Gale, this show gripped me with a concept I didn't know I needed in my life before I had it, and the less I know about it, the better my enjoyment with the product seemed to be. Finding a really great original anime series is tough enough on its own, but typically, the likelihood of one getting a second season is usually much lower. But with Studio Bones once again behind the helm, I have high hopes this really fun premise can deliver once again. So there you have it, my 10 most anticipated returning anime for 2024. Sound off in the comments which of these shows you're most looking forward to this year, and which ones I simply had to leave out. I've been Summers with Baka To Basics, and I'll see you the next time class is in session.